Shai Bashir Kakudash. No honors unto the apostles of great millstone and teach them well. And as always, peace and salutations unto the elect. Or it's your brother Benaiah from the Great Millstone Dollars branch. This is going to be a quick in transit. Ultimately going to be a land back off what the brothers, we just had our Saturday class down here in Dallas, which I wasn't able to attend today, but I was tuning in. And it was a very, always a very edifying topic, you know what I'm saying, and concerning on how, you brothers and sisters should be moving in the world, all right, especially in these evil days that we in right now, you know what I'm saying, and what the Elder Michael Allah was going into in the class, basically walking circumspectly around people around unbelievers, you know what I'm saying. You shouldn't be at the job, like he was saying, you shouldn't be at the job, going into the scriptures and revealing your hand on what you believe in, your political stance on how you feel about the state of Babylon the Great. These people shouldn't know anything about you or any, you should always remain a mystery, all right, to these people. But ultimately, you should have a good rapport amongst them. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be at work being an asshole. You know what I'm saying? Just doing outlandish shit, trying to, trying to be the dude that know every goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying? Like you got the answers to every fucking thing. And that's what the elder was going into in the lesson. He brought up a situation that happened with him at his job, with this Israelite dude, man, trying to, go watch the video, all right, for you brothers and sisters. If you weren't able to attend it, listen to the class, go watch it. But the elder was basically saying this Israelite was up there, at his job saying, the Jews won the world and all this other shit, and ultimately the nigga ended up getting fired, So that, and it's just, very prudent that you use wisdom, especially in the times that we coming into and everything we seeing taking place on the planet Earth, and how the blame and the fingers getting ready to be pointed at the Israelites, you see? So you should be moving very discreet in these times. So I have the definition of that word discreet real quick. It's the Google definition that says careful or circumspect in one's speech or actions, especially in order to avoid causing offense, right? It says similar words are careful, Salakia. It says guarded, closed mouth, right? That's right. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be at work, you know what I'm saying, explaining to people and pulling out scriptures on why you don't eat pork, man, or shrimp. You know what I'm saying? Why you don't eat pepperoni pizza, man? You shouldn't be going into man, get Leviticus. Let me pull up. You shouldn't be doing that shit, man. You don't have to explain to these people why you don't eat certain shit. You don't have to go into a deep breakdown. All you have to do, either you allergic to it, or it's unhealthy. It's unhealthy. I don't believe it's healthy for you, so I don't eat it anymore. That's it. You shouldn't be at the job. You know what I'm saying? Basically, you know what I'm saying, revealing all your secrets. And the scriptures say that. Real quick, let me go to a scripture. All right, and this is in let's see. This is in the book of Sirach, chapter 13 and verse 13 in the GNT. It says, "Keep your secrets to yourself and be very careful, for you are always walking on dangerous grounds." Right? You see, we're walking on dangerous grounds, man. Right now, we're behind enemy lines, man. You see, we're right in the midst of the belly of the beast of Babylon the Great. All right, Esau's kingdom. You know what I'm saying? We prophesying on the highways and byways. All right, this man's downfall and what's getting ready to take place. So you shouldn't, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be at your, and it's a time and a place for everything, man. The highways and byways are the time to prophesy. All right, your job, the goddamn Chipotle, is not what it's not the place to be prophesying, man. It's not the place. Your Amazon warehouse is not the place for you to be prophesying, man. And going there, trying to, come on, y'all. Let me pull this revelation. Look, revelation and this and that. You shouldn't be talking to these people about that, man. You see? You shouldn't be talking to them about that, man, because ultimately you're revealing yourself, man. Like the scriptures say, real quick, man. I'm trying to think of it, man. It's like, I'm driving, but I'm trying to pull this scripture real quick. And I know it's like silent, you know what I'm saying? In times of evil. I know it's in the Old Testament. I can't remember exactly what book. Salakia. 1 second. let me go to it. This is the book of Amos chapter 5, all right, in verse 13. All right, and it reads, therefore the prudent shall keep silence in that time, for it is an evil time. Right, you see? Don't the scriptures say about, redeeming the time because the days are evil, which I'm going to grab that real quick as well. I'm going to come back to this real quick. Just lock you. All right, this is Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 15. It says, see then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. Right? You see? I'm going to read that in the NLT. It says, Ephesians 5 and 15 in the NLT. It says, so be careful how you live. So like it says, be careful how you live. Don't live like fools.
XF ordering the National Guard in D.C. to now carry weapons.
So like it says, don't live like fools, but but like those who are wise. It says, redeeming the time, and this is KJV, redeeming the time because the days are evil. Right? You see? So we know that we're living in the evil days. We're seeing Jacob's trouble being set up. We're seeing how Esau is using particular camps that he was able to infiltrate. You see? We see how he's using niggas who are willing to, give up the mission, you know what I'm saying, that Yahweh Shem Yahushua have set for the true prophets, all right, in order to fulfill the lust of their flesh and be somebody in this world, man. We see how he's using vocab alone to go to these different camps, gather information from these various camps to ultimately be used to persecute the Hebrew Israelites, man. You see, because like, as the scriptures say in the book of, 2nd Maccabees, I think chapter 6, all right, that it was it was a time period during the time of the Greeks that it was unlawful for a man to call himself a Jew. You see? And the same thing is going to happen once again, like it says in the book of Ecclesiastes, that which is then is that which shall be done. You see? There's no new thing under the sun. So the same thing, all right, us standing up and calling ourselves Hebrew Israelites from our various tribes, prophesying the downfall of this man's kingdom, is ultimately putting a target on your back, man. You see? You're now becoming an enemy of the state, and you best believe that Esau is watching. You see? Whether you're a prophet and preaching and making videos and going out on the highways and byways, or whether you're a brother or sister that watch on the comment board and believe, man, you best believe that Esau Edom has you, all right, or has that data that you are watching, all right, the prophets, man. And Esau knows, all right, that great millstone are the true prophets. You see? He knows that he knows that he can't buy our apostles and elders off, man. That he can't buy none of the brothers off, man. You see? So he knows who the true target is and who he truly wants to come to, which we're going to be lumped in that whole category with these wild ass niggas, man. All right, with these niggas that call themselves Hebrew Israelites. You see? So don't make the target bigger on your back by going to work and revealing your fucking hand, man, and telling, yeah, we Hebrews, you from the tribe of Issachar, Let me show you right here. It says that he's a strong ass, going into the tribes, man, and in the book of Genesis, cross between two burdens, No, man, that's not the time and the place to do that, man. You see? That's for the highways and byways, man. All right, eventually these people, it's, hey, or if somebody walk by, they know you while you out there prophesying, who gives a fuck? Then, what can you do? You see? But it would never go to your job doing that, man. You see? All right, revealing your hand and all that other shit, man. No, people don't need to know what you believe in, man. You see? And I think it was the priest I know who made this point. And I'm gonna end it off after this. But he made a point about you work with people, don't get in the mindset of thinking that these people are your friends, man, because you see these people every day. And you have you have a relationship, you know what I'm saying, with people that you work with, man. Don't get too comfortable, man. Because you might run into it's niggas in the world that's cool. You know, don't get it twisted. You got some cool niggas in the world that they just ain't got it. They just ain't got the truth, man. But that ain't your opportunity to get fucking comfortable and start explaining to this nigga what you believe in, man. Because like Yahushua said himself, Yahushua said what? Beware of men. You see? So you have to beware, man. All right, of your family. Yeah, even your family. All these people, all right, ultimately like Morpheus was telling Neo, man. If they're not woke, man, everybody is a potential agent, man. You see? So you have to learn to move, all right, and blend in and walk like these people, just perfectly. Because at the end of the day, like the scriptures say, these people are spiritually dead, man. These are those dead bodies that you read about in Revelation chapter 11. You see? That's the spiritual, like it says in the book of Proverbs, man. He that wandereth out the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. So these people are spiritually dead. Man, it's another one in it's another one in the book of Baruch, man. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Salakia, give me 1 second. You know what I'm saying? I want the pool. I want the that's a good point. I'm going into blending in, being able to blend in with these people, man. You know, real quick. I think it's in the book of Baruch, chapter 3. Okay, here it is. Baruch chapter 3. All right, I'm gonna start at verse 10 in the GNT. It says, "Why is it, Israel, that you find yourself in an enemy land? Why have you grown old in a foreign country?" It says, "You are ritually unclean like the dead. You are already counted among the dead. But why? It is because you have left the source of wisdom." All right, going back into that, like the scripture say in the book of Proverbs, "He that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead," roughly paraphrasing. You see? So these people are zombies, man. Just like that show, The Walking Dead, man. You see, when they was amongst themselves with the people who was actually alive, all right, they were talking, they were strategizing, but when it was time for them to go amongst the dead, they were, if you watched that show Walking Dead, you would see that they would put some of the zombie blood on them to blend in, and they was able to walk amongst them, man. They was able to blend in with them. You see? And you have to do the same thing, man. You see, you got to be able to blend in with these people, man. They don't need to know, you know what I'm saying, that you a Hebrew Israelite, man. All right, or that you know something. You ain't got to be at the job trying to be, oh man, he's smart. You ain't got to do. That ain't what it's about, man. You see, Yahushua told us, man, be wise as serpent and harmless as doves. You see? So use wisdom, man. Listen to the apostles and, and the bishops, all right, and the elders and brothers when they make particular videos like this. All right, especially to you new brothers and sisters that's just waking up to the faith, man. All right, we know that you zealous. We all was all there at one point, man. You just on fire and you telling everybody, man. But it comes a time to where that ultimately, you know what I'm saying, can bite you in your ass, man. You see? You telling your family and all that shit. Hey, you know what I mean? Now, don't waste your time doing that because they're not going to understand it, man. Don't waste your time telling people that you used to be cool with in the world, trying to wake them up because they're not going to understand it, man. You see? It was given unto you, so find like-minded men, like the scripture say in the book of 2nd Esdras, man. All right? Find you like-minded men and seek out the glory of them as such as be like thee, roughly paraphrasing. You see, don't worry about these people. Let them have it. Don't waste your time, man, because brothers, we all have been through it, man. It's a waste of time. Don't waste your breath. Don't waste your energy, man. Put that energy towards something that, that's actually, builds you up further in this truth, man. You see? And keeping your mouth shut is a big sign of wisdom. You see? Staying silent and knowing when to talk. All right, so with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kakodash. Double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone and teaching real well. And as always, peace and salutations to the elect. Shalom.